Martin was born into a council house near a roundabout, and from it he could hear the sound of shouts. His mummy wouldn't let him out on his ones till he was older, cause the town they were living in was a town of louts. Yeah, and Martin's daddy liked to smoke his puff. He used to roll it up, and then when he was stoned he'd munch. Martin found his daddy passed out on a couch when his mum was out, and found a wrap of coke, but that was only once. His mummy found out, and Martin's daddy held a grudge because he previously told him not to tell his mum. He confronted him and slapped his face till it was swelling up, and not to end up in hospital. Martin was well in luck. It's not the nicest of stories, but yeah, the truth hurts. Told him not to tell his mum because next time he'd do worse. He was using rude words, shouting in Martin's face. He was scarred for days, and this ain't even fiction, these are true words. I don't need this shit. This life's not what I was led to believe it is. Fairy tales ain't existing in my world. Real life's not what we're led to believe as kids. I don't need this shit. This life's not what I was led to believe it is. Fairy tales ain't existing in my world. Real life's not what we're led to believe as kids. Martin was a quiet kid, nothing like the rest of them, and he couldn't make a friend for shit despite his best attempts. When he got home he wasn't tired till he went to bed, because his dad was beating him and Martin wouldn't tell the feds. He comfy in his room all by himself, cause the bigger kids at school they used to beat him for his lunch money. Nathan and Billy used to use him as their stunt dummy, and they used to think that calling him a fat cunt's funny. His parents split up randomly, and so he blamed himself, but he didn't speak about it, didn't have the mates to tell. The only thought that kept him going in his life was the minute that Nathan and Billy died, they're going straight to hell. It's kinda sad, who would have thought that that'd lead to this, cause Martin's parents were struggling just to feed the kid. But it got worse because his mum contracted cancer in the liver. It was fatal when she only had a week to live. I don't need this shit. This life's not what I was led to believe it is. Fairy tales ain't existing in my world. Real life's not what we're led to believe as kids. I don't need this shit. This life's not what I was led to believe it is. Fairy tales ain't existing in my world. Real life's not what we're led to believe as kids. Something happened to Martin's daddy the night his mummy died. He clocked onto the fact that the neighbours laughed at him. He wasn't satisfied with weed, he turned to harder shit and couldn't fund his habit, ended up selling his carpet sniff. Martin was 16 and just about to start exams. Nobody knew most of the time he's feeling dark and sad. He didn't get any pocket money, his dad was broke, so he just walked the streets and take it up the arse for cash. Didn't revise for his exams, so then he failed them. And Martin's daddy felt bad, he felt he failed him. He knew that Martin's mummy would have been disgusted with him, so he decided he wanted to show his son some living and brighten up his life. Martin's daddy started planning. He got himself clean and bought the fam a car that's savage. But when he went into Martin's room to show him it, Martin was hanging from a bit of rope from out the garage. I don't need this shit. This life's not what I was led to believe it is. Fairy tales ain't existing in my world. Real life's not what we're led to believe as kids. I don't need this shit. This life's not what I was led to believe it is. Fairy tales ain't existing in my world. Real life's not what we're led to believe as kids.